All right, it's John and April back at you one more time, and this is our 20th anniversary special weekend still, and clearly we're not home. We're at the hotel.
No, we're at the hotel, the Mandarin, what is it?
Oriental? Mandarin Oriental Hotel in DC. And I'm getting me some tea.
And we've got a little tea this morning.
Yeah. This is chamomile
citrus. Yes.
Which actually tastes a little bit like the orange peel, the orange zest.
But when you put honey in it, it tastes really good.
But you like pounded it with honey.
Yes.
You like
have to. Here, I can't open this.
Okay.
Go ahead and get your cup of tea and subscribe.
And if you want to congratulate us on 20 years of marriage, just click that like button. All right, babe. So, we were talking, and while we were having one of our little chats, I thought maybe we should be recording this.
You did?
And maybe this should be our podcast episode for the day. We already have an episode that we recorded that we were going to drop today, but we decided, let's do this instead.
Yeah, we're here, we're chilling.
Right. Might as
Very
well.
relaxed.
Extremely.
I mean, I feel like this is the first time in months that I did not have some kind of neck strain.
That's actually not funny because it's real. Yeah.
It's very relaxing being here. My neck feels good.
Yeah.
I'm not looking down at a
your neck
Zoom
looks good too.
meeting.
Yeah. Your neck looks real good. So we just got finished swimming. They had like a private. You could basically reserve the heated pool area and have it to yourself. And
For like 45 minutes to an hour, whatever.
Yeah.
It was nice.
It was nice. So I'm feeling very relaxed as well, and this has been good. Anyway, so you were talking to me about something, and I stopped you in the middle of it because I was like, this really should be what you're talking to me about in front of everybody.
Yeah. So, I was just talking about, how women want, we've had episodes on this, we've had conversations about this, how women want their man to be, a leader. They want their man to take charge sometimes.
So here's the thing about this. We already did an episode. We did a live maybe 3 weeks ago. We had a poll that we took, and the poll, one of the questions was, do you expect your husband to be a leader? And like 100%.
Not like 100%. It was 100%. And I was shocked because I knew
yes.
it was going to be high.
100% said yes.
But I didn't think it was going to be 100%.
Here's the
See
thing.
what I'm saying?
But here's the thing about that though. I think men hear that stat, and we think something different than what you guys think.
So what are you thinking when you say, okay, how many women, how many of you want your man to be a leader?
I'll bet you.
You're shocked about that?
I'll bet you most men, when they see that poll, respond with, "I don't believe that."
What?
Yes.
Why?
Because
we are controlling?
So not really, but kind of, right? So this is the thing. When men think of what it means to lead their wives, what comes into our minds is something different than what I think comes into your mind. And so I think when men hear that, they say, that ain't true about my wife. She don't want me to lead ever. I try to lead and she won't let me.
Okay, so, but I mean, I don't think that's true. I believe
You don't think what's true?
That men, you
don't agree that men hear that stat and think to themselves, that ain't true about my wife.
Oh yeah, I do believe
that. Okay, you agree with that.
That could be the case, yes. Yeah. But I believe that women, it's like, they're going to take charge if it's not being done at all. If it's not being done. And I don't want to say being done the right way, because the right way would be based on yourself. So I would say that might be the case, though. It might not be done the way they want it to be done. And if you don't express, the way that you want it to be done, and he doesn't know that, and he tries to do it his way, and then you take over, he might feel like she doesn't want me to lead, when really she just hasn't communicated the way she wants him to lead.
Okay, so...
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do understand what you're saying.
Did I say that correctly?
I think you said it well. You articulated that well, and whether or not it was correct, I don't know, because I think it was correct. You're expressing your opinion as a woman on what you think other women want. So here's the question, though. This is that whole thing you just said begs this question.
Okay.
Isn't the essence of leading actually leading, which means shouldn't you lose the ability to tell me how to do it if you're going to let me do it? I mean, if I'm leading, doesn't leading mean you don't micromanage it?
Well, yes, it does in the context of like a business or but this is different. And in marriage, things are totally different than it is like if you're talking about working at a company or whatever.
So then do this for me.
Okay.
Help me and help other men to understand ways in which they can lead their wives and their wives will never have a problem with it. Tell me things that a husband can do.
I can tell you from what I want.
Okay.
Because I can't speak for every woman.
Of course not.
Because they're going to have different perspectives and what they think and what they need.
Of course.
But I feel like, okay, let me give you an example.
Okay.
When we got here,
to the hotel. You mean?
Let me just say, first of all, you planned this entire thing. Okay.
I did.
You did. You planned this entire thing.
Well, let me pause and say that I got some help from somebody.
It doesn't matter.
I'm just saying I wasn't sure what to do during a pandemic for our anniversary, and I had an idea of something I thought I wanted to do, and I asked a person that I thought could help me with that. And she actually gave me some other ideas, and this was one of them.
Okay, so this is an example. The fact that first of all, and my 20th emerald and white gold. These are the colors for 20.
I'm glad you like that, babe.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
You're worth it.
And it just looks so nice on my hand. Anyway,
it does look nice on your hand.
I digress.
I like it a lot.
So the fact that you even contacted somebody to say, hey, what do you think is the best thing? We've only been in DC for a couple years, so we don't know a whole lot still.
That was the main reason.
So much here.
That was the main reason why I talked to her. She's been here living here for years.
She knows the stuff.
And she has impeccable taste.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, if she likes it, April's gonna like it.
High class. Okay.
That was automatic. That's what I said.
Yes. And I'm saying the fact that you thought that out and said, I'm going to contact this person who I know has the taste that my wife has.
Right.
That I know everything that she would choose would be, top notch.
Which, by the way, that's my go-to move.
Yes.
So when we were living in Atlanta, I had my person. She was similar, very high class, knew and understood everything about where to go, what to do. And
That's why you gave me the best spa days.
Correct. I wanted to know. I remember you were having a really tough time at school, and things were they were just rough, and you needed some just spa time.
Yeah.
So I asked this person, and she told me the perfect place. I didn't even know Nordstrom had a spa.
Oh, and Nordstrom Spa is so
And she was
delightful.
like, go to Nordstrom Spa. She said, go to this person. She had all the things there, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, in that situation, I didn't have to come up with the thing on my own, but I took the initiative to look into it. So wives aren't necessarily looking for their husbands to reinvent the wheel. All they want their husbands to do is take initiative. But if it's in that particular instance, you're saying the wife's never going to have a problem with it.
No, and I'm saying take charge. Okay? It's okay to take charge.
Right.
Like, we don't want to be controlled.
Right.
We don't want to be told what to do, but we like when a man takes charge. And I think that's the misunderstanding.
I think we automatically as men think, you want me to lead, that means I'm in control and I say what goes.
Exactly, and that's not what we mean.
I know.
That's the problem.
Which is why I think men heard that stat and were like, that ain't true. My wife want me to lead.
That's what needs to be explained.
I think when we think lead, we think something different. We think lead, we think control. That's what you're saying.
Exactly, and that's not what we want.
I know.
I mean, we like when you take control
in certain situations,
but we're not trying.
So that's even okay. All right, so let's help the men. All right, so you just told the men if they take charge and take initiative and plan the vacation or plan the anniversary or plan the date night, whatever it is, plan it out to where, give them examples.
To your wife's expectations.
Give them examples of something that just happened this weekend. I'm going
to tell you. I just need to say that when I'm talking about, a husband taking charge and planning these things, it's got to be right.
Of course.
Okay, so what I mean,
what the wife would like.
Yes, because what's going to happen is the wife's going to say, I don't want him leading because we over there in a roach-infested hotel,
right?
Or in some, dusty hotel,
right? As John Jones said. It's kind of dusty.
It's a little
Lagged?
A little lagged, a lagged hotel. You know, you cannot be in a lagged hotel. So I think some women do not trust because of what has happened in the past. Mm-hmm. So you might have to actually build that trust by taking charge on some things, planning a surprise something with it being immaculate to her level so that she can say, oh man, when he tells me he's got this or he's going to plan this, or if I say, hey babe, are you going to plan the vacation? I know I can trust that it's going to be good because he's thinking about me when planning it, not thinking about how much he can spend and how, you know, how little he can spend, how much he can't spend. You know, because you could be so focused on that you end up choosing something outside of what your woman wants because you're too busy trying to stay with the budget. And I'm saying you can stay with the budget and still give your wife what she wants. You just have to do some research. You got to figure it out. Right. Is all I'm saying. That's better than getting something anyway. I can keep going on that. What I'm saying is, here's an example. So like you planned this whole thing. Right. You know, it's really nice. I had nothing to do with it. Right. And then when we got here, you know, we had to eat. We had a dinner set up for our special dinner night last night. It was here in the room. We didn't go anywhere. You know, this is the COVID table. Friendly. It was all set up in the room and everything. So when it was time to order the meal, you took charge. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You knew what I wanted. Mm-hmm. You know, you asked me what I wanted, and I chose. You know, you didn't say this is what you're gonna get. Right. I didn't order for you, but again, I did say to the person. I don't want you being controlling. Right. But when you called. You were the one to make sure everything was, you know, done correctly. When you cared about the time to eat too, because we had another thing. We had another thing planned, so we did dinner at 5:00, and then we had what they call dinner and a movie at 9:00. So it was and I'm saying you scheduled that, knowing that I would need some time, for your food, and that I would love to have food while watching a movie. You know, then the doorbell rings in the room because they have a little doorbell, so I did not have to throw on my robe and put on my mask real quick to run to the door. You just did that. Right. And so it's not that I can't. Right. That's not what it's about. Right. This is not whether or not a woman and you got to have a man doing everything for you. No, that's not what this is about. This is about feeling secure, feeling protected, feeling like your man is going to take care of you. It's something about that that women need. And you got these women independent. I'm an independent woman. I can do everything that I need to do to take care of myself. You believe that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I feel like when my man, you know, goes and gets the food and I don't have to even say nothing. Like, I don't even have to say, are you going to get that? Right. I don't have to go, be like, so you going to get that door? You know, I know you're going to do that. So I can stay in my robe in the bed. And I don't know, it makes me feel like a queen. Right. And I feel like women want to be felt like a queen. They want to be felt like they're taken care of in that way. And I feel like men want that too, in a different kind of way. They don't necessarily need it the same way. Yeah. I mean, you tell me if I'm wrong. Would you have rather had me be the one to plan this, to be the one to order the food, and you kind of just chill while I'm getting the door and getting the... So the answer to that is yes, if it was my birthday. Okay. So if it's something... Of course. Yes, if it's something for me, then I would love that. But when it's something like anniversary, and I don't know why this is, I'm just hardwired this way. Even though we both got married on our anniversary... You know, there's this feeling, I think, this may be where it comes from. There's this feeling that the wedding day is all about the bride. You know, she's the last person to come in. She's wearing this ornate dress. She has a veil over her face. You can't even see her face till she, you know, reveals it to everybody. So there's this, everything about the wedding, in my opinion, centers around the bride. And so it feels like, even though we both got married on that day, we share this wedding date, it feels like the wedding is a little bit more about you than about me. And so for that reason, I kind of treat it as something that I'm supposed to plan. And I think maybe there are some guys out there that might say, yo, we both got married. This is about us. This isn't just about you. So why can't you plan it sometimes or whatever? So I wouldn't have a problem with it. Yeah. I like planning. I like being the one to do it every time. And something as big as 20 years, I felt like I needed to be the one to put in work, to think about it, to make sure that it was something special. But I can see some other guy saying, it's just as much about me as it is about her. Why didn't she plan something? Or why didn't she plan it? Or why can't she? You know what I'm saying? whoever relation, that's your relationship.
Of course, yes.
So you have to figure that out.
Right.
You know, every other.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
That's true. Yeah, you planned last time.
It's
just true.
You know,
yeah.
So I feel like that's cool, but I do believe that women want that more often from a man, and not just in instances of planning an anniversary. I just use that as an example.
Right.
Okay, we're talking about everyday stuff.
You're saying when the women answered that poll question about wanting their man to lead, that what they meant was, in general, what I'm looking for from my husband in terms of leadership is him being the one to initiate things most of the time. When it comes to what? Because that's what I think most men are going to want clarification on. Mm-hmm. They want to know, what areas do you want me to lead in? Because that ain't true. Do you want me to lead all the time? What areas do you want me to lead in?
True.
What are the ones that are like the safe ones where you always want me to step up? And the question is, my question to you, should husbands and wives be having that conversation? Should a husband just be like, yo, what is the area you want me to lead in? And then say, okay, I'll do that.
I do, because, I mean, with spiritual things, for instance, a lot of women want the husband to lead in spiritual things, and they don't know that.
Right.
Or they don't feel comfortable, but the wife doesn't know that that's why they're not doing it. I'm saying you have to communicate. You have to have that discussion. You're saying sometimes the husband might not be comfortable doing that, and the wife doesn't realize that's why. Because he's never told her that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She doesn't know, and then she's mad because every time she's leading out in spiritual things. But I'm just saying, you know, or it could be, you know, when it comes to, like, let's just example, calling the maintenance guy.
Okay,
going, you know, making sure you keep the oil changed in the car.
Right.
A woman wants her man to lead in that.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
That's me.
Right.
So, I mean, I think other women do too.
Right.
But I'm saying for me, I want you to lead out and that's almost like the taking care of, the making sure that, you know, when I'm driving to work, my car is going to be safe.
And I'm going to get there and not die.
Can I take my car to the shop? Yes. Yeah. Can I take my car to get the oil changed? Of course.
Right.
Can I get my gas? Yes. But I don't get gas. My man goes and gets my gas.
You do sometimes if you
Rarely.
If you don't think
it would be I can't get home.
Right, exactly.
And then you'd be like, why you didn't tell me?
Right.
So I'm just saying, like, I love that feeling. I love that kind of
That
leadership.
makes you feel how?
It makes me feel like a queen. It makes me feel like I am... I don't know.
Is it protection? Is it
all of that.
Is it cared for?
It's all of that.
Okay.
It's protection, cared for, security.
Okay.
It makes me feel all of that. But I think that just that idea of feeling like a queen and like you know what? I'm a kept woman.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right.
You know, when you feel kept, it's just something about that. I don't need... I'm saying it's not something that I... Like, if I was... not married, if we were not together, I can take care of myself. I can do all those things. It's not about that. It's not about, oh, you can't do it for yourself.
Right.
It's about, we are married.
Right.
These are the things that would make me feel a certain way, make me feel loved at the highest level.
Right.
So I would think that my husband or your husband or whoever would be willing to do that because they want their woman to feel like a queen. They want her to feel like she is kept. You know what I mean? Well, so I think women want to feel kept. That's it. That's what I really want to say.
So that's your word of the day, kept.
Kept. That's it. That is the word of the day.
Keep me.
Kept. That's right. Keep me. In marriages, you have to step out of that comfort zone.
That's
so
right.
even though you didn't grow up being a leader, well, your marriage is supposed to grow you. It's supposed to make you a better person.
It stretches you. That's the point of it.
I think any kind of leadership ability is good.
Yeah.
And so to build that up, hey.
Yeah.
You know, you got to do it.
It'll help you in other areas anyway, so it's not going to be a bad thing to, you know, to learn that skill of leadership. True. And it's something you can learn. You don't have to be born with it. You don't have to be a natural born leader. There are some principles that you can learn. Maybe we should share that in another episode. Maybe we will. We'll share with you some actual leadership principles. But April gave you some ideas today. You need to step up.
Simple. Those are simple.
Yes, simple things that you can do to take initiative. Yeah. And it will pay off in the end, guys.
I knew that. I knew we were gonna get there.
Well, I'm just saying, it paid off.
It does. Look, it does. It pays off.
Happy anniversary, babe.
Happy anniversary.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye, guys.
Bye.